Okay, if I look slightly strange, it's because I already did my brows and in camera they look insanely thick today, but in real life they're not really. And I also already primed my eyes with my usual Wet n Wild Photo Focus Concealer, which I wanted to show you. There it is. And I've set it already with the shade Cassie, I think, which is just this one. And also, I already did a look, but I didn't like it, so second take. Here we go, better luck this time. But I'm gonna start with the shade Nana in the transition, and I'm gonna do a purpley look, which is a bit cooler toned, but there's nothing in here that's a cool toned transition color. There are ones that are working in the crease, like this one or that one, but there's nothing really that's a matte that's lighter for transition. Ideally, I would use something, oh, if I can open, like this shade from the Wet n Wild palette, something nice and cool toned, but there's nothing in here like this. So I'm gonna just use a light layer of Nana, and I'm using the Zoeva Luxe Eye Blender brush 225. I'm still learning my ways with this brush, but I really like it so far. So I'm gonna tap it off and use a light layer right here, sort of like above my crease, so you can actually see some color when my eyes are open, otherwise you see nothing. And I'm just gonna blend that up there and in the outer corner as well. Take a bit more, and you know, it happens sometimes. This is exactly how I started out my previous look, but it just didn't turn out how I wanted it to, so I modified it slightly, and I hope this will work out. I guess we'll see. So I'm just gonna lightly blend it, and then to diffuse it even more, I'm gonna go back in with the brush that I set my eyes with, and with no additional product, I'm just blending it even more, making sure it's nice and soft, nothing too dark, like so. So you can barely see it because it's too warm otherwise, well, I feel like. And then I'm gonna start then I'm gonna start building up the purple, and I'm gonna go in with the shade Ife, which is this one. Now, there's not much difference on camera between these two to start with, but this is a really dark purple, and actually once it's on the lids it doesn't look as dark as it does here. I don't know why it looks so dark in here, but once you start blending it, it's not that dark. And I'm gonna use the brush from Morphe, which is the M506, which is my favorite teeny tiny blending brush, and I'm still looking for a nice cruelty-free version, but I haven't found it so far. And I'm gonna start in the outer corner and sort of blend it in my crease a little bit. See what I meant? Like, it's not as dark as it looks. And then I'm gonna go back in with the brush that we used first, and with no additional product I will just blend the two colors together. And then I feel like to build up the outer corner I have to swap for a flat brush, so I'm gonna use this flat MAC brush. I can't see the number anymore, but it can be any brand. I have a Sigma one as well. This was just closer to me, so I'm gonna dip that again in this dark purple and just pack it on the inner corner, no, in the outer corner. I just can't talk. And I bring it all the way up till the middle of the lid, just to build up the intensity of the color. And then I can always go back in with the small blending brush from Morphe, or well, whichever one you're using, and just blend the edges. And I can always go back in with the other one as well, maybe add the tiniest bit more of Nana, not a lot at all, to blend again. Now again, I feel like a cooler tone crease color would be a lot better for this, but we don't have that, so you know, you have to work with what you have. For the sake of this video, I'm not using another palette as well, just this one. And then you can keep doing this until you're happy with the intensity of the shadow. Okay, now for the inner corner and that bit that we haven't used any shadow on yet, I'm gonna go in with the shade Faso, which is this nice iridescent purpley bluey kind of tone just there. And I'm gonna use a small brush for that, something like this, just to apply it everywhere and build it up. And I think we're gonna need another shade to connect the two, which is fine. I just want to see how these two look together first. Okay, I'm gonna take this brush as well and just sort of blend the two and build up the outer corner. I wanted to make sure that the outer corner stays matte, but I'm not sure I did a great job of that. And I sort of wanted to connect the two with a pink shade, but I'm not sure it's gonna work. Is it? Well, let's give it a try. I'm gonna just take the shade Zuba and pat it in the middle of my lid. And then just take a clean finger. Yeah, I'm not sure that worked. Too late now. Too late. And just take the brushes I used before to work the edges together and just blend over it with a brush. Yeah, that basically blended away that pink. Not sure that was a good idea, but oh well. This day is just not going with the eye look how I wanted to. I'm gonna build up the outer corner a bit more. Now I'm gonna do my other eye, then I'm gonna do my base on camera, but it's gonna be a separate video, so if everything goes how I planned, then that should already be up by the time this goes up, so I'm gonna link it down below, and then I'm back. When you notice that your ear's been on the wrong way around the whole time. Great. Now, before I move into my complexion, what I just did on this eye, I'm not sure if you can already tell the difference. I decided to mix this shade called Yayidi, I don't know. This really dark blue with the purple, just to draw a really fine line on my eyes that sort of blends into the corner purple shade. And for that I'm using a slightly fluffy but still angled brush. It's just not completely flat. It has a little bit of something to it, which is great. And I'm just using that to draw a really fine line. I'm gonna scoot closer.
Excuse me.
And you can see how it sort of blends into the outer corner, but it still gives it a little bit of extra definition. Just like so. Okay, I will see you after I've done my base. Alright, as you can see, the rest of my complexion is done, and if you want to see what I used, I'm pretty sure I mentioned it already. If everything goes well, it will be already up on my channel, so I'm gonna link it up in the cards. But for now, let's finish the lower lash line and mascara, and then we're good. I also want to use a pencil, I think, on my waterline, so let me grab that. Also, if you've been wondering, I applied a little bit of highlighter on my brow bone and in the inner corners, which is just the Charlotte Tilbury Film Star Bronze and Glow highlighter. So that's what's in there, although I applied it really lightly, so you can't see too much of it. Great. But for my lower lash line, first I'm gonna go in with the shade Nana again. And I'm just gonna use a small brush. This one is from Morphe, it's the B16. And I'm just gonna apply that and blend it out all over my lower lash line. I just need to grab a small mirror so I can see what I'm doing. Then I'm gonna take a small teeny tiny pencil brush. This is the Zoeva Luxe Petite Pencil in the shade 240. I really like this. And I'm gonna dip it in the dark purple shade that we used, Ifa, not too sure how you pronounce it. And I'm gonna blend it more just in the outer portion of my eye. Once that's done, I'm just gonna apply a pencil to my waterline. I just don't know which one to go with. I really feel like I need a purple, like a proper purple liner. So one of the options is a 24/7 Glide on Eye pencil in Love Drug, which is that shade, or my Kiko 05. I'm not sure if this has another name. It was the limited edition. I feel like this is a closer purple to it, but I don't think it works as well in my waterline. Yeah, I feel like that one works a lot better, but I don't know if it's gonna work. So let's try. Maybe if I sharpen it a bit first, so there's like a new nice soft layer, but this is a bit of a harder liner to start with. It's not as creamy as the Urban Decay one. But let's see. Oh no, it works. Perfect. It just really makes my eyes water. Whew. Then I'm going to apply some generous coating of mascara of my Essence Lash Princess. And I think this is really getting empty, so I might have to throw it away after this video, but let's see if it still does its job. I got there at the end, but it took a lot of building. But that's the finished look. I quite like how it turned out, even though it was my second try, but you know, what else? I should do these purple looks a lot more often. What do you think? Let me show you a full-on picture. There we go. That's the finished look all together. Really simple, natural cheeks and lips and really bold eyes. I mean, it's not really bold, but it's a darker bold-ish kind of color, I guess. What do you think? Let me know down below. I really like it how it turns out. I know I say it about 90% of the time, but I do. Let me know what you think of this look down below. If you liked it, please give this video a thumbs up, and please consider subscribing. It would mean so much to me. And also, if you do, don't forget the little bell button so you get notified every time I upload a video. But for now, I'm gonna go. I hope you have a lovely day, and I also hope to see you. Oh, there's a magpie right on my windowsill 2 steps away from me. And it's not shy. Huh. Interesting. It's gone. Oh well, sorry about the bird and the interruption. For now, I'm gonna go. I hope you have a lovely day, and bye bye.
You're gonna need lights to climb a mountain. You gotta keep the light close to you.